Bad boys, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break. That old soldier man now give you no break. Not even your eyes now give you no breaks. Well, hey, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Troops is filmed on location with the men of the Imperial Forces. All suspects are guilty, period. Otherwise, they wouldn't be suspect, would they?
I joined the Empire about 6 years ago. I can remember as a kid, watching the holographic images and being excited about the new direction that the galaxy was taking. So when I was old enough, I went down to the local recruitment center, and signed up. And I've been here at Tatooine ever since. Most people would call this the ass end of space, but I like the small town feeling you get around here. I mean, we know everybody. And I feel I can really make a difference here.
Possible GTD 5
We got a routine stop here. We have a report of some stolen droids, and we think these might be it. Excuse me. You want to come over here, please? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Whose droid is this? It's your cousin's. Is this your cousin? Are you his cousin? No? Okay, then who are you? You're his friend. Well, Mr. Friend, would you step over there for a moment, please? Okay, so the droid belongs to your cousin. Now, if I go over to that sand crawler over there and ask to see your cousin, is he going to have a bill of sale for this? Okay, well, what I'm going to do now, sir, is place you under Imperial arrest so we can only help... Hey, am I talking to you? Then stay over there and shut your mouth. Now, if you move again, I'm gonna shoot you. No. Yeah, I understand. I got a wife and kids too, but you don't see me out here stealing Imperial droids, now do you? Yeah, sure you'll never do it again.
He's making a run for it! Hey, there goes the other one!
I got him. Okie doke. Shut the camera off. Yeah, shut it off. Shut it off. Well, what we had here was that these Jawas had stolen some Imperial property, and it unfortunately turned violent. These Jawas do this kind of stuff all the time, picking up, stray droids and selling them off to the highest paying customers.
Well, we didn't find the droids we were looking for, but we did find one that a kid had reported stolen. So he and his parents are going to come down to the detention center and pick it up.
Boy, I'll bet they'll be happy.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
HK882, possible 237, Moisture Farm.
We got a call to check out this domestic dispute. Now, supposedly the husband said something to their kid, and now the wife thinks that he's run off, Supposedly one of them is intoxicated and one of them is injured. Now, we're familiar with this couple. This is not the first time we've been out here, so we're going to see if we can straighten this whole thing out. All right, well, what's the problem?
I've had it. I've had it with him. He keeps lying to Luke and me, and now Luke's run off and hasn't come back.
That's ridiculous.
Hey! I'll talk to you in a second. Right now, I'm talking to your wife, all right?
Okay.
And Luke's probably dead now because of you.
Now, Baru, just calm down. Calm down, okay? Now, do you want to be arrested? Well, if you keep this up, that's just what I'm going to have to do. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Okay, then. Now you're going to calm down? Okay, good. Why don't you start over?
Well, yesterday Luke comes in and says, I think these droids...
No, Luke's your boy.
My nephew. Anyway, he says, I think these droids we bought might be stolen. And then he says, well, I don't care. Your only concern is to get them working. And Luke is like, I want to go to the academy. And he says, well, I need you for the harvest this year. And then he starts talking about Obi-Wan and his father.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're just lying. You're always lying to him. You never tell him the truth about him or his sister.
Rue, shut up.
No, I'm tired of shutting up. You shut up.
Well, you can both shut up or spend a night in the detention area, all right? All right? Now look, what do you want to do now, Baru? Baru, what do you want to do now?
I don't know.
Okay, now see, that's wrong. What do you mean you don't know? You obviously have a problem, otherwise we wouldn't be
I don't have a problem.
Baru, come here. Now look, do you see his ear? How it's cut like that? Now, it didn't get that way by itself, did it?
No.
And you did that, didn't you? Yes, you did. Now, see, that tells me you have a problem. And when we get called in, then it becomes our problem. And
Yeah, but he was the one who started it.
Now, wait a second, Baru. I'm talking. I listen to you, now you listen to me. That's how this works, okay? Now, are you going to listen to me?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Sure you are. Now, how many times have we been out here, Baru? A lot, huh? We know the way by heart. And what did I tell you last time?
I don't know.
You don't know or you don't remember?
I don't know.
Baru, what do you want to do?
I want you to arrest him.
And you owe me big time.
I can't arrest him. He hasn't done anything. If there's anybody I should be arresting, it should be you for assault. Baru, you have two choices here. And yelling and arresting him are not two of them. Now, you can stay here or we can take you to an Imperial shelter. What do you want to do? Baru, what do you want to do? Do you want us to take you somewhere tonight? Huh? Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you need to get anything? Some clothes or something?
Yes. You'll find Luke, won't you?
Yeah. We'll
Luke's
find
all
Luke.
right.
Yeah.
He's just working.
Oh, pain in the butt. See, the wife is under the delusion that their nephew ran away, right? And she's blaming the husband for it. He's saying that the kid left early to fix a couple of condensers and that the stress of the past week has just, gotten to her. So we're just going to separate them for the night because if we have to come out here again...
Tell me something I don't know.
I'm telling you, I'm ready to shoot them both.
Yep, right there with you.
Look, she's been under a lot of stress lately.
Oh.
We lost a couple of our hired hands and... I don't know, just got carried away a little bit.
Yeah, I know. But right now, I think the best thing for both of you is to get some distance from each other for a couple of days.
Yeah, I've been telling her, and telling her she needs some help. I've been telling her for a long time now.
Well, this is probably the best thing for her right now. You know what I mean? Just leave it alone. Let it be.
Fine.
Yeah. You should really have someone look at that ear.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Let it go.
Should have seen this coming.
Thermal detonator! Get back! Get back! Get back!
Well, as you can see, things got a bit nasty here. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it was almost expected with these people. Well, the farmers out here are having a bad season. Tempers are high, and it's just bad for everyone. The important thing now is that we find their nephew, Duke, and make sure he's okay.
Hey, did she say they just bought some stolen droids or something?
Yep. Damn shame.
HK-888, check out possible disturbance, Mos Eisley Cantina. HK-888, roger that, control.
a spectacle light years ahead of its time. Starring Fluke Starbucker, intergalactic boy wonder. Augie Ben Doggy, venerable member of the Red Eye Knights. Princess Android, interstellar damsel in distress. Ham Salad, ace mercenary pilot and intergalactic wise guy. Darth Nader, villain. See incredible celestial battles ablaze with death-dealing weaponry. Enjoy mirth-filled moments with the amusing antics of Space Drones 4Q2 and Artie Deco.
Artie Deco, where are you? At last, where have you been? Secret mission? What plan? What are you talking about? This is madness. Wait a minute, where are you going? They're heading in this direction. What are we going to do? We're doomed for certain. Oh dear, I'm going to regret this. Here's another fine mess you've gotten us into. What a desolate place this is. Why I ever listen to you is beyond me. Really. Well, you can do what you like. I'm going this way. It's too late to try to apologize.
Watch with electrifying fascination as Fluke Starbucker discovers the princess's secret message.
Augie Ben Doggy, you're my only hope. Help me, Augie Ben Doggy. You're
Golly!
Help me, Augie Ben Doggy. You're my only hope.
There's heart-gripping drama as Fluke meets the venerable Augie Ben Doggy.
Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough.
Gosh! Wow-wee! Jeepers! Golly willikers!
You'll feel supercharged with intrigue as the adventurers join forces on an heroic mission to save the princess.
An Imperial steam trooper.
Uh-oh. Identification? Gee, I think I left my ID in my other pants. Look, we're in kind of a hurry.
These aren't the drones you want.
These aren't the drones we want.
You don't want to detain us.
We don't want to detain you.
You'll never see a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Watch your step, son. This place can be a little rough.
Oh, no, it's too weird in here. I can't go in here. Look, I'll wait for you outside.
Stay calm, my boy. We've got to find a pilot.
I'm proud to be old Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There's our man.
Fly along with Ham Salad and Chewchilla, the Wookiee monster, as they make their daring getaway.
We bring your seat back to a complete upright position. Please extinguish your cigarettes and refrain from smoking.
However, should a sudden change occur in the cabin,
Lock your tray table in place. Thank you.
action-packed dogfight scene. Experience the expensive, spine-tingling special effects as you become catapulted into the dazzling dimension of Dynaspace.
They're still back there. They're gaining on us. Does this thing do light speed?
You bet your asteroid, kid. Hold on.
You'll hiss, Darfnader, naughty person.
I don't understand what you're saying. I can't understand you. Are you talking to me? No, you can't destroy innocent people. Basketball is a peaceful planet, please. We have no weapons. No, don't,
Jeepers, what is it, Augie Ben Doggy? Did you feel a great disturbance in the force? As if millions of voices cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced?
No, just a little headache.
Look, what's that?
Too big to be a space station. Oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Shootilla, full reverse.
Oh, we're out of control. We're being drawn toward it. Get us out of here.
Take it easy, kid. It's only a movie.
Thrilled to the hair-raising dramatic rescue of Princess Android.
You'll get us all killed.
Excuse me.
We'll go in here. I insist.
Forget it, sister. I can handle it. Okay, I'm with you.
You must try to hurry, Artie. There's very little time. Please, Artie, try to plug into the master computer.
Please hang up and try again.
Hi, I'm Ready Kilowatt, reporting a dangerous overloaded octopus connection in Sector 5.
Doggone, you trying to break my needle.
The time is...
I must try to find that tractor beam. Ah, there it is. What the? What are you saying? I can't understand. What is he saying?
Come on, Augie, run for the ship. Run for the ship. Let's go.
Now, you go on without me. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me.
Oh, gee, what a martyr.
Martyr, I don't
See
believe
you later,
that.
you martyr, you.
Martyr.
Look out, space rubble.
Enjoy intense drama in the exciting pre-battle briefing session.
Okay, so what you want to do here is this. You want to attack its most vulnerable spot. Come at it from this angle and locate the automatic flip-flop override device here, which in turn will defuse the anti-gyroscopic pre-interphase thrust chamber and the pneumatic centrifugal anti-gravity shield deflectors. Then you simply deactivate the axial gyro pre-sub-inertia photomegatronic oscillator that you see here. Huh? You pull the plug.
Trust your feelings, Luke. And if you can be good, be careful.
Hardware Wars. A sprawling space saga of romance, rebellion, and household appliances. Hardware Wars. You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll kiss $3 goodbye. Coming soon to a theater near you. Get in line now. May the farce be with you.
Somewhere in space, this may all be happening right now. 20th Century Fox and George Lucas, the man who brought you American Graffiti, now bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet. Star Wars.
Here they come. Coming in too fast!
The story of a boy, a girl, and a universe. It's a big, sprawling space saga of rebellion and romance. It's a spectacle, light years ahead of its time.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2.
Hello.
It's an epic of heroes.
Good luck.
And villains. And aliens from 1,000 worlds. Star Wars, 1 billion years in the making, and it's coming to your galaxy this summer. 20th Century Fox and George Lucas bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet. Star Wars.
Stop that ship! Faster!
Oh my, I'd forgotten how much I hate space travel.
Here they come.
You're coming in too fast!
The story of a boy, a girl, and a universe.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
It's a big, sprawling space saga of rebellion and romance.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now. I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
It's a spectacle, light years ahead of its time. It's an epic of heroes.
Salak! Hit the accelerator! Yahoo!
And villains.
No!
And aliens from 1,000 worlds.
Go that way. You'll be malfunctioning within a day, you nearsighted scrap pile.
Star Wars. 1 billion years in the making. The Force will be with you. Always.
Now you can experience the Force again. Star Wars.
Here they come! Coming in too fast!
The original, legendary Star Wars is back. The most popular film of all time. Star Wars. Coming back to your galaxy for 2 weeks only. Star Wars. The Force will be with you. Starting Friday, April 10th.
The Empire has been repulsed, but this one defeat will increase its determination to crush the rebellion once and for all. In the continuation of the Star Wars saga, the Empire strikes back, and Luke, Han, and Princess Leia must confront its awesome might. Of the Odyssey, they travel with their faithful friends, droids and Wookiees, to exotic worlds where they meet new alien creatures and evil machines. Culminating in an awesome confrontation between Luke Skywalker and the master of the dark side of the Force, Darth Vader. Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca, and introducing Landau Calrissian. In the continuation of the Star Wars saga, the Empire Strikes Back, coming next year.
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess, destroyed the Death Star, but their story didn't end there. Now the creators of the biggest smash hit of all time, bring you the next episode in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back. The continuing story of our band of heroes: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. And introducing Lando Calrissian. It's an epic of romance, of heroes and villains, they cross trackless voids to unknown worlds. A galactic odyssey against oppression. A big, new, sprawling space adventure in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back. Coming to your galaxy next summer.
The new chapter in the continuing Star Wars saga is now in our galaxy. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. The next chapter in the Star Wars saga, Revenge of the Jedi. The battle between good and evil rages on. Join the further adventures of Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, C-3PO and R2-D2, and Darth Vader. A journey to alien worlds. rebellion against oppression. An epic of heroes and villains. An adventure as vast as the universe. Revenge of the Jedi. Coming May 25th to a theater in your galaxy. Return for the climactic clash between the forces of good and evil. Return to a galaxy far, far away. Return of the Jedi. The next chapter in the continuing Star Wars saga. The battle for freedom rages on. The heart of a hero. The courage of a rebel. The strength of a leader. The loyalty of comrades. The power of the Force. The cunning of the enemy. A destiny revealed.
Is Darth Vader my father?
A legend fulfilled. An epic of heroes, villains, and aliens from 1,000 worlds. It's a trap! The quest continues. The circle closes. The saga lives on. Return of the Jedi begins May 25th at a theater in your galaxy.
Return to a galaxy far, far away.
Ready, everybody? Chewie, let's see what this piece of junk can do.
Here we go again.
You will bring Captain Solo and the Wookiee to me.
Return to heroic adventure.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Return to the ultimate confrontation.
Freeze!
Oh dear.
I love you.
I know.
Return for the climactic chapter of the Star Wars saga.
Exciting is hardly the word I would choose.
But most of all, return for the fun of it. Return of the Jedi.
Wars is the land of the Ewok, the Wookiee, Yoda, and C-3PO.
Carrie Fisher and Billy D. Williams introduce us to the famous creatures and how they were made in the Star Wars trilogy. Classic Creatures, Return of the Jedi. Next.
The motion picture camera has made it possible for us to encounter creatures that have never lived, except in someone's imagination. In the Star Wars movies, we actors have had to work alongside the bad, the ugly, the cute, and the cuddly. We've worked with green rubber puppets, giant fur balls, and gold plastic robots, and more recently with a giant slimy slug. Star Wars is the land of the Ewok, the Wookiee, Yoda, Jabba, and C-3PO. But these creatures would have had remained so much plastic and foam rubber if it weren't for the artists who built and operated them. giving them the spark of life. Chapter of the Star Wars saga. The three cosmic musketeers are back, leading the rebellion against an empire that has so long held the galaxy in its villainous grip. The young Jedi Knight, Luke Skywalker, along with Han Solo and the feisty Princess Leia, once more challenge the dark power of Darth Vader. As usual, at their side is Lando Calrissian, with C-3PO and R2. But this time, in their battle against the Imperial stormtroopers, they have a new and surprising band of allies, the Ewoks. From the filmmaker's imagination leaps a simple creature that provides not firepower, and not exactly manpower, but a teddy bear-like power, sufficient enough to topple Vader's mighty forces. Teddy bears. When George Lucas began to work on the Star Wars trilogy over 10 years ago, no one suspected that an endearing little creature, something like a teddy bear, would play such a large role in bringing about the defeat of the Empire. Not even George. He always planned that the fateful battle against the technological might of Vader's forces would take place on and around the green moon of Endor. But he thought the inhabitants of that moon would be Wookiees, like Chewbacca, Chewie to his friends. But Chewie evolved into a sophisticated creature.
What, Chewie?
A co-pilot and a master mechanic. He was no longer the primitive that Lucas wanted to crush the Empire. Chewie was too intelligent. Well, most of the time he was.
Chewie? Great. Always thinking with your stomach.
George had to develop another primitive.
The original concept of the Ewok was that he'd be short and small, sort of a short version of a Wookiee. And Joe Johnston and Phil Tippett worked on designs. I think Nilo worked on the designs also of these small creatures. The original designs were much more human-like, little men. And I wanted to get away from it looking like a man in a furry suit. I wanted it to be a creature unto itself. And in evolving that, more and more fur got put on, and the eyes got bigger, and he became more animal-like. And we realized that he was getting to be a very cute creature, a very teddy bear-like creature, which first we fought a great deal, but eventually we dared to be cute.
Cut it out! There were 123 different sketches of Ewoks before the final design was chosen. Once physically defined, the Ewok had to have a language. Sound designer Ben Burt experimented with several African and South Pacific languages before he established Ewokese. Come on, sit down. I promise I won't hurt you. Now come here. No. All right. You want something to eat? Body language was equally important to the character of the Ewok. It had to move as if it were still unspoiled by man's scientific advances, like an animal. Come on. Hmm? Inside the Ewok suits are little people, dwarves and midgets. Plaster masks were made of some of their heads and all of their hands and feet. Latex skin and fur transformed hands into Ewok paws. An attempt was made to articulate the jaws and eyes of some of the creatures. Mouth and jaw movements were experimented with. Latex masks, later covered with fur, became one part of an unusual 6-part suit. The head, the body proper, fitted over a sculpted foam rubber frame, 2 hands and 2 feet. But building Ewoks was sort of like putting a bicycle together on Christmas Eve. Stuart Freeborn discovered they did not work the way he planned. Along with producer Howard Kasanjian, he was faced with too much roly, too much poly. Over-furred and over-foamed, the Ewoks found it difficult to move. Freeborn had to redesign the Ewoks' feet, making them softer, more flexible. And in order to keep the costumes from becoming unbearably hot, and to prevent the eyes from fogging up, Freeborn ordered a hole drilled in the Ewok's head.
It's all quiet.
Over 120 little people responded to the original Ewok casting call in London. Some applicants were rejected, being told for the first time in their lives that they were too tall.
What is it? Look, be surprised. You've really got to act it out. And hide. All right, now run to each other for help. All right?
The shortest Ewok was under 3 feet. The tallest was just over 4. The youngest was only 11 years old, the oldest 67. Among the 70 Ewoks cast were a dock worker, a civil servant, a sales lady, and a typist.
Because whatever you feel inside, no matter that you've got a big costume on like that with all that padding, it shows through. What you feel and think shows through on your face.
When studio filming was completed in London, the company moved, on location, to the giant redwood forest outside Crescent City, California. Here, even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would feel tiny.
I stay on the ground.
For a few weeks, the California forest was transformed into the green moon of Endor. The Ewoks, costumed in Robin Hood-like headgear and vest, which both added character and hid sags and seams, prepared to do battle against the Empire.
The ears? No.
All that was needed to put the Ewoks into motion was the word from director Richard Marquand.
Okay, now let's...
Guy is back on the Sci-Fi Channel.
The 130 Imperial troops the Ewoks were working with, and fighting against, were hired locally. They were mostly out-of-work lumberjacks. In Return of the Jedi, the Ewoks helped fulfill one of George Lucas's fantasies, a primitive culture using only natural materials, like stone and wood, destroy a technologically superior power. Clearly effective and highly original, the Ewoks are the simplest of all film creatures. They are men in suits. Actors in costumes, like Shakespearean-trained Anthony Daniels, who plays C-3PO, and Peter Mayhew, who plays Chewbacca. Some of the more classic film creatures are also just men in suits.
Oh! I'll go down and unfasten it.
In The Creature from the Black Lagoon, actor Rico Browning plays the fearful, fanged missing link. Actress Julie Adams plays Beauty to the Beast. Another memorable man-in-suit monster is Godzilla from Japan. Here, an average-sized actor in costume slam dances his way through a miniature model city of Tokyo. Film monsters can also be created by using real live creatures, like these lizards in Journey to the Center of the Earth. Dressed up and made up, they are photographed to appear like prehistoric giants. In Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, special effects genius Ray Harryhausen created yet another kind of film creature. The colossal monster on a rampage is a miniature clay model, photographed one frame at a time, and later superimposed onto a live-action scene. The end result is a mean-looking monster who's not fussy about his diet. Stop-motion photography and special effects also created the most famous miniature monster of them all. Willis O'Brien's artistry transformed a malleable clay figure into King Kong and made us feel not only sorry for him, but glad that he wasn't an air traffic controller. Another way filmmakers create monsters is to build them the actual size that they want them. These they operate mechanically, like the giant ants in Them. Another mechanical creature from the movies, R2-D2 from Star Wars. When actor Kenny Baker is inside R2, it qualifies as a man in a tin suit. But mostly, it is a mechanical, remote control.
IMB camera. R2! Action! Come on, come on!
Even though R2 is nothing more than metal, wiring, and paint, and can communicate only by emitting electronic beeper sounds, he emerges as a somebody, a person we can laugh with and cheer for.
My goodness!
And when he gets zapped, we can feel his pain.
Archie, why did you have to be so brave?
Some monsters, sometimes the most ferocious of them, are simply hand puppets, like the Rancor in Return of the Jedi. Described by his designer as a cross between a gorilla and a potato, the Rancor began as a clay model. Monster maker Phil Tippett and George Lucas first made sure Rancor had the look you wouldn't want to know better. Next, a metal skeleton was constructed and then covered with the latex skin. Before painting, remote control elements were implanted to make it possible for the creature's fingers to grasp his prey. The hand puppet head completed the creature. It takes 3 operators to bring Rancor to life. One man directly manipulates the head. Another works the hands by cable control. A third puts Rancor in motion by propelling his legs, which are attached to extended metal rods. To complete the Rancor scenes for Return of the Jedi, 2 sets were required. The Rancor puppet worked alone in a miniature cave in the Monster Workshop in California. His prey worked alone on a full-size stage outside London, England. When the separately shot scenes are combined, it's hard to believe Rancor is only 18 inches tall. The pig guard was merely an appetizer. The Rancor is determined to have Luke Skywalker as the main course. Is a classic monster. Like a dragon, he lives in a place where usually only spiders go to die. And he engages in mortal combat with a dragon slayer, a Jedi Knight, But Luke, like the knights of another day, survives.
You can never be sure what will be sitting next to you. Odd co-pilots in Star Wars. I mean, Han Solo had a Wookiee, and Lando Calrissian flew with a what? A creature with a face like a halibut? The fleet commander, Admiral Akbar, is a cross, I guess, between a lobster man and the creature from the Black Lagoon. A good creature, Akbar. Proof that ugly is not necessarily bad. Now this guy, he's ugly and bad. Look what he did to C-3PO.
Not my eyes! R2! Help! Quickly, R2!
Salacious says he's depraved because he's deprived. But some creatures have accepted and enjoyed the way they look.
Enough of this serious talk. I'd like to regale you now with, oh, I'm ugly as sin. 'Cause beautiful's out ugly's in. If you're ugly like me, you're in good company. 'Cause there's millions of us who are ugly.
At the Industrial Light and Magic Workshop outside San Francisco, George Lucas and over 140 people began in 1980 to design and build not only ugly, but bizarre creatures for Return of the Jedi. More than 60 alien creatures were built in 6 months, many of them being charged with life by cables, sacks, bladders, and pipes. With so many roles in the movies being played by creatures, it was necessary for the creatures to be able to act. Admiral Akbar, the rebel fleet commander, is a case in point. If he was to fulfill his mission as a believable leader, he had to communicate urgency, concern, and commitment, and he had to do so from behind inches of latex and cables. Articulation engineers, headed by Stuart Ziff, constructed a mask for the Admiral that provided movement of eyes, eyelids, nose, and mouth. Off-camera technicians, viewing the actor's performance on video, helped the characterization with an eye blink here, a raised eyebrow there. Still, to achieve the desired credibility, there were 2 versions of Akbar. One for wide shots, and this one for close-ups.
From the nearby moon of Endor.
Here, puppeteer Tim Rose, who plays Admiral Akbar in the movie, works painstakingly to put mouth and words into perfect synchronization.
Penetrated. 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 Penetrate. Pen. No ship can penetrate it.
And action. Because Tim Rose's hands are busy inside Akbar's head, another puppeteer is added to operate the creature's hands. The closer these creatures came to operating like people, the more people were needed to operate them. Another filmmaker who works in this technique is Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets. Henson co-produced and co-directed a film with nothing but creatures called Dark Crystal.
What's it for? Is that what you want to know? You want to know what this is all about? Suns, stars.
It takes scores of off-camera puppeteers watching TV monitors to choreograph the movements of the few on-camera creatures.
Eternity, the very jinglest of time. How else would you know conjunctions?
Henson, who works some of the key creatures in the film, talks about giving his actors character.
With puppets, a puppet generally you're working symbolically. A puppet is a symbol of whatever you're trying to portray. And so therefore, if you have an evil character, it can look totally evil.
Design gives the monster its first character trait. The actors inside or operating them give them their nuances and shadings, whether crude, rude, or disgusting. The co-director and collaborator on Dark Crystal is also the man behind Yoda, the Jedi Master in the Star Wars saga. Frank Oz is the puppeteer and the voice of the 900-year-old cosmic sage of the Dagobah system. It is Yoda who imparts the wisdom of the Force to the young Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back.
Adventure. Excitement. A Jedi craves not these things. You are reckless.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
Yeah. You will be. You will be.
Frank Oz is Yoda, but he's also the persona of the most nubile, the most sensuous, the most well-rounded performer ever to grace the silver screen. Frank Oz.
One I'm looking forward to seeing. It's perhaps the most eagerly anticipated coming attraction in Hollywood history. We're talking about the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It debuted in theaters this week to a phenomenal audience reaction. If you haven't seen it yet, sit back and hang on tight.
Refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
He can see things before they happen.
He can help you.
The Force is unusually strong with him.
He was meant to help you.
Anakin! Tell him to take off!
Will I ever see you again?
What does your heart tell you?
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know?
Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I sense much fear in you.
The boy is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Wow. Now, you know, a lot of people lined up just to see that trailer teaser right there.
Paid to see that
I know. And considering some of the movies I've seen lately, the teaser was much more worth it.
No more little models.
I will not condone a course of action that will lead us to war.
A communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Begin landing your troops.
We haven't much time.
The Federation has gone too far.
The death toll is catastrophic.
Our people are dying, Senator. We must do something quickly.
You must contact me.
There is something else behind all this, Your Highness. They will kill you if you stay. I can only protect you. I can't fight a war for you.
I think we're going to have to accept Federation control for the time being.
This is a battle I do not think that we can win.
I will sign no treaty, Senator.
You said people are gonna die?
Once those droids take control of the surface, they will take control of you.
I
was not elected to watch my people suffer and die while you discuss this invasion in a committee.
Get to your ships!
They will never get me onto one of those dreadful starships.
Always two there are, a master and an apprentice. Wipe them out. All of them.
I think Jabba the Hutt's put on weight. That second Star Wars trailer will make its big screen debut this weekend.
you.